Welcome everyone, this is Amer from EU Council. When you have to commence a court action in the Superior Court of Justice in Ontario, you have to take specific steps to get into the court system and commence your court action. We have a separate lecture on a summary of those steps and what those steps are about. One of those steps is to complete a form which is called Information for Court Use Form. In this lecture, we'll explain to you what this form is, how do you complete it, and what do you do with that. We begin with the disclaimer that this course is not legal advice, so if you have any specific questions, you must contact a lawyer or a paralegal. In the previous lecture, we started with an example, and we'll continue with that. And the example was Mary loaned $100,000 to John. John has refused to pay back, and Mary needs court's help to get her money back or get a court order against John so she can enforce that judgment against John. And so assuming that you are Mary and you need to commence this court action, how do you get into court system? In our previous lecture, we explained that there are two legislation that are the most relevant ones: the Courts of Justice Act and the Rules of Civil Procedure. And Rules of Civil Procedures are the one that you need to follow to get in the court system and move your case all the way through trial and beyond. And so you need to know all of these rules. We had also explained in the first lecture that there are 3 steps to commence the court action. You have to complete Information for Court Use Form, you have to complete a statement of claim, and you have to pay certain court fees. So for all of these details, please review the lecture on commencing the court action. Now, with respect to steps for completing the Information for Court Use Form, your first step is obviously to get the form, and you can go to Google and you can find that the forms are available for free. You type in Rules of Civil Procedure Form, and that will take you to the government link, which provides all of the forms that are related to Rules of Civil Procedure. And we know that Form 14F is the one that deals with Information for Court Use Form. So that's the form here. You can download it as a PDF or as a Word document. We'll open it as a Word document. And so once you have downloaded the form, the next step is really to complete the form. Most of the information is already in here. The first thing you have to type in, put the information in, is where it says General Heading. That is where your information and the defendant's information comes into for the court form. So let's say Mary Cosner is the plaintiff, so you type in her name, type in plaintiff versus John Smith, and he is the defendant. So that's the information. Court needs to know who's the plaintiff and who's the defendant, so you put that information in there. Moving down to step number 1, question number 1, the court asks, this proceeding is either an action or an application. And we have a separate lecture on the difference between an action and an application. So if you don't know, please check that lecture out. But for the purposes of this lecture, we're assuming that this is a court action, and so you just check this box for the court action. Question number 2, has it been commenced under Class Proceedings Act 1992? This is if this action is a class action, and if you're individually issuing it and it's not a class action, then the answer is no, so you check that box. And then the third question, which is quite important, is that if the proceeding is an action, which it is, does Rule 76, Simplified Procedure, apply? And what is this Rule 76? We'll have a separate lecture on it, but briefly speaking, you can read here that subject to the exceptions found in Subrule 7.601 sub 1, it is mandatory to proceed under Rule 76 for all cases in which the money amount claimed or the value of real or personal property claimed is $100,000 or less. Mary is claiming $100,000, and so let's check this box because we want it to be commenced under rules of simplified rules under Rule 76. Scrolling down to the 4th question, I'm going to make it a bit bigger so you can see it better. So question number 4, let's go down to question number 4. And question number 4 says, The claim in this proceeding, action, or application is in respect of. So what kind of claim is it? Is it relating to bankruptcy, collection of debt, constitutional law, construction law, so on and so forth. So there are some general categories, and these are just for the course statistics. So you pick one that is the best category that you believe your case relates to. In this case, it's a collection of debt, so you check this box. If your case is about something else, then you check that box. So all 4 questions are answered. You print this form, and then you sign here, and you put the date here. So once you have done that, then your form is ready. So you have downloaded the form, you have completed the form, you print 1 copy, sign and date, and you have completed the steps. So your form information for court use form is now ready. You take 1 copy with you to the court office, you take 2 copies of the statement of claim, and you take the fees. And the court office will keep the information for court use form in its own records. This is for court's knowledge that what kinds of claims are being filed in the court, and then also what kind of court file numbers are provided to your file. So information for court use form is done. A brief review of the rules. So you want to check the rules of civil procedure, and the information that we have provided here is mostly in Rule 14, 14.01 sub 1, 14.02 sub 14.02 and 14.03. So hopefully this gives you a very clear understanding of how you complete this information for court use form. It's not complicated. It's as long as you know the answers to the question that I just talked about, and you can complete it easily. Hopefully this helps you understand this the first step in commencing the court action. In the next lecture, we'll talk about how do you draft statement of claim and what is a statement of claim about, and so we'll help you understand that concept so you can understand step 2 of the process of commencing the court action. If you have any questions about what we talked today, or generally about the rules of civil procedure or any other legal topic, please contact us. Put it in the comments box in the YouTube, or send us an email, or reach out to us through any of these channels, and we'll be happy to add more information in the future lectures. Thank you for watching.